now I'm going to share with you some global education experiences and successful case studies. I really have to rush because of that. All right. Now, English Central basically is one of the program for learning of English. All right. It's very popular in international schools in Malaysia because they study in Malay or Chinese. When they enter secondary school, they basically want to learn English, but the teacher don't have time to teach you English all the time and such. You got to take care of yourself. So what they do is that they use YouTube to learn English. Now, when they use YouTube to learn English, it's pretty easy. Watch, learn, and speak. All right? You watch the YouTube, it's authenticated, it's like the latest YouTube. It could be a trailer of Avenger. It could be, if you like Obama's voice, you can have Obama teaching your whole class based on all the speeches or Steve Jobs lectures to learn English and stuff like that. It's real time, it's authentic. And then after that, learn how many vocabulary, watch how many video, how many sentences, from CEFR, what level to what level. You do all that. And the teacher have the learning management system to monitor all that. And later you speak. When you speak, the computer marks straight away and give you the answer. And they don't let you pass until you speak it correctly. All right? Now, in my time, some of us, in McDonald's time, we ask question, Cikgu, apa tu Wagyu ah? Wagyu. Then the Cikgu said, no lah, woke, bodoh. They said, my G.I. Joe image affected all the girls laugh at me. I don't want to ask question. Then I said, sorry lor, Cikgu, my Tangyu got problem. Tang lah, bodoh. Another time, I never ever ask question ever in my life already. You make me look bad in front of girls, you know. So these are those things that when you are behind the computer screen, you can make all the mistakes you want. You can embarrass yourself because the computer got no feeling. All right, practice until you're good. All right, in Japan, the whole nation actually used this program. They have shared with us 100 syllabus for every commentary, every industry, so that everybody in Japan can speak a little bit of English when you go to 2020 Olympics. All right, in Thailand, the king of Thailand actually gave this to those schools so that university student is employable. And do you know that by next year, they are intending to have every student pass TOEIC before you graduate. If they're going to do that, the level of English will improve crazy. Okay, now look at this. Their class is like 1,000 people they teach, and then everybody chant and learn and stuff like that. They use, what do they do? They actually use happy birthday song. They use the Thai folk song to memorize or understand all the language rules, all right? And then after that, they actually get them to put on the earphone and take the phone and go into English Central, speak, finish 3 videos, learn 50 vocabulary before we move on. They do mass kind of a teaching, okay? And this is where? This is in Lampang. How many of you heard of Lampang? It's far north in Chiang Mai, near Chiang Mai. And then it's like, they're doing so many things, all right? Okay, then Vela Woods basically is simple. Those of you who are old enough, who heard of Second Life, is basically, I give you an avatar, you jump into the Cambridge town itself, you go to social gathering, talk to people, you go to supermarket, buy things, you go to office, do your office tasks. After you completed 80 hours, you get your A1. Then you complete another 100 hours, you get your A2. Another 120 hours, you get your B1. All right? It's basically that simple. Now, this is for adults. Now, some of it is being used. Say you want to go to UK, you marry somebody there, and you don't even speak English. Why do you want to give you citizenship? You get at least an A2 before I give you citizenship. All right, this is an example. Okay, Cambridge LPC. Now, this is a Malaysian product, actually, you know. Some guy spent 20 over years, is a kind of an IT guy, as such like that. He started this company putting all kinds of things that he learned. Bloom taxonomy, brain-based learning, deliberate practice, high performer, align it to CFR, and finally he beat 52,000 entries in Cambridge University to emerge as the #1 Best Teacher Support Award. All right. Now, basically it's very simple. One Android box, HD TV, earphones, some charts. That's all. You don't even need teachers. Everything is done already. So the teachers, it could be an adult. I may not know English, but I run the program with everybody, and I learn English while I'm teaching. That's why it saves so much of teacher costs. All right. And then the thing is that the gist of it, they're actually enhancing, using all the 5 senses to learn. Now, what does it mean by using all the 5 senses to learn? That means every learner now, most of the learner are visual, all right? They don't listen to you anymore, all right? You don't use your hand and stuff like that. So they close your eyes, listen. Use your eyes to do. Speak, use your hand to point. They program everything through deliberate practice until you're so good. Like say, 8 years old, you already have 3,000 vocabulary in your brain, all right? Sometimes you may not understand. If like, say you are repeating, I'm a boy, you're a girl, I'm a boy, you're a girl, I'm a boy, you're a girl. You won't say, I is a girl, you am a boy, stuff like that. They may not understand, but they become good in every subject. So this is one of the case studies. All right. Now, this is Game Books is basically Oxford University Press. They have a lot of games. You play a game, you read a book, you play a comprehension skill game. Then you move on a book, you basically see whether you understand or not. Okay? Then they have a lot of reading program which you can see. They use big data to have lower primary, upper primary, lower secondary, upper secondary. Like say you have standard 4, 5, 6, your pimples start to grow. And I'm producing a magazine about pimple. When you should use Oxify, when you should use Oxytan, when you should do laser surgery. What happens if you have a secondary infection? You think the student won't read? They will read everything. How do you look good? How do you talk to a girl properly? All right? These are the topics they want to read. So when you want to produce things, you go for the permintaan hati of the people. Then you don't have to try so hard, okay? Because they really love it. When they're Form 4, Form 5, go and do K-pop about plastic surgery. Because in Korea, when you're born, you buy a plastic surgery insurance already, okay? And then why is it the Korean don't sting? Because they may have a defect in the gene where their sweat do not sting. So these are stuff that they want to know, all right? Now, Singapore. Standard 3-year-old, you use graphic novel to teach STEM, all right? The graphic novel takes 2 time where they have maybe 6 pages in English to teach them. They would ask the daddy, the chichak, the tail drop already, will the chichak die? I don't know, you tell me. Mommy, why do you yawn? I don't know, you tell me. All right? Then it says that daddy got the goldfish effect. He can close his eyes and not recording anything. All right, you know why? Because they learn about the goldfish effect where goldfish don't have eyelid, it's always open. Sometimes they're recording, sometimes they're not recording. When I speak to all the mom, sometimes I tell you many times, you also don't remember. So that time it was not recording, right? But the eyes is still open. So these are the little things that the kids, 3-year-old, 5-year-old will tell you, all right? Then press reader, they have all the army boys, the military camp, they give them press reader. They call it recreational reading and upgrading for them to read 7,000 newspaper and magazine, whatever it is. And learner was basically Form 1 to Form 6. You talk about PPSMI. Form 1 to Form 6, every subject is really pre-recorded on video. You just pay a subscription, everything is recorded and can be learned using video. They have actually recorded every class. Okay, online learning. Really, I wish I have more time, but I'm just going to share very briefly about things to consider. Synchronous, that means real time, that means like a classroom. I teach you, you log on online as a classroom. Asynchronous, that means pre-recorded. That means you can use your own time to learn. Then basically paced, that means I have a timetable, you come in and you follow my class. Or it could be self-paced, you do it in your own time. Teachers-led, student-led, classroom, individual interaction, and with content. Now, I'm sharing you the virtual high school. After you can get some brochures over there. Like America, the most successful online program is virtual high school. You can actually attend classes online, and you can actually basically have your credit transfers. You may actually skip some papers or some subject or some semesters. Like sometimes you say, together we may actually like say, oh, you watch the same movie, I watch the same movie. Why is it you keep on asking me the same thing? Well, if you don't understand, like you say you don't understand CSI, I just go online, go to criminology and learn the thing about criminology. So when I watch CSI or any of these crime movies, I'll understand it better. Okay? That's the US system. And Virtual Academy is the UK. UK at this present moment, no child left behind policy actually. The government is actually taking all the constituency without student, sekolah kurang murid or whatever. They give the student a login, all right? And they just broadcast, the teachers will teach live and they give individual students to broadcast. Now in October, we will actually be starting the IGCSE English paper so that you can actually log on online and attend IGCSE class directly broadcast from the UK. Now, all these are certified and endorsed and actually supported by the government, okay? I wish I could share more, all right? Now, online assessment. We give you an assessment where, say, you take the test, Lit Pro, all right? Now, you could be in Form 4, but what is your real level of English if I send you overseas to study now? Now, we look at the SPM textbook, HOSE. HOSE is used for SPM, right? But in the US, it's used for Standard 4. So you know how good your level is when your parents send you overseas. Hey, why my English not so good as such, right? So these are something you have to know where is your real standard, all right, when you go overseas. Now, EduSync is a program where you have all the trial tests. Okay, just one more minute. You have all the trial tests, all right, that you can test, but you pay only 1/5 the price. The same TOEFL examiner, the same TOEIC examiner, and so on. I want to share the very last slide. This one is that you tell your story using digital storytelling, few million video clips to tell a story like you're a news reporter or broadcast. Okay, this is the last slide. Now, look at this. Those guys outside, they're running a radio station for you. They're using another way of teaching English. Now, one of the ways is you broadcast. You make a radio station. You get your kids to tell a story in English. You get the kids to add up something, and we broadcast it into a co-curriculum radio station. Share. Listen to stories from your peers. And finally,
away you winter coat, the one you love to wear, so I keep feeling close to us beyond compare.
tanganmu terima kasih cinta untuk segalanya.
they teach people how to sing in English. Now, this girl was waiting for her SPM result. She attended the class, learned to perfect. She knows a bit of English, but now she sings like Adele, like that, you know. And when they do that, immediately this girl and just now the other artist, two of them got picked by crew and signed up as an artist. Instantly, the life changed forever. So sometimes it could be something so simple that they find if people like music, I don't like academic too much, you can actually approach this now. You can approach Cikgu Psycho and Cikgu Jack and learn a little bit. Maybe you can do something about this in your school. We invited them to set up a radio station. So thank you very much for your time, and thank you for paying attention. Thank you, thank you, thank you.